What's good? Welcome back to another edition of Talk That Talk podcast. I go by the name of Vic, and I got my co-hosts with me.
Got the hair out today. You feel me?
Hey,
It's the calm before the storm, though.
wilding out over there. I see,
man.
Yeah, Jay, man. You feel me? I had to do, the hair will get rebraided for Miami, so I had to let that soul glow.
Well, I would assume it was the kids that was giving you the headache.
Nah. Maybe he be good.
No. Them children at work.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Lord. Like in coaching, they say when your team is acting a certain way, it's either you're coaching it or allowing it, right? And so I've taken that and I've applied it to these kids parenting. And so it's either you are allowing it or accepting your child's behavior and their grades, because a lot of these kids, Jay, I know we all cut from the same cloth of some sort, that when you came home with an F, wasn't nothing sweet about that. Wasn't nothing sweet about Fs. Wasn't nothing sweet about Ds. You may get like a slight little kind of like, choke you out with a C, but Ds and Fs, your life is over. Everything is miserable. Ain't nothing fun. You ain't coming to school. Like, life is over. Hey, when I tell you these kids, bro, can just get Fs and they can just come to school like ain't like nothing. And I'm just, it's just sad.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. You know who can't come back to work like it's nothing? More Raider issues, man. Y'all released another player for off the field issues, man. And Kevin, what was his name again?
Damon Arnett.
Damon Arnett need to be Damon, take you home, all right? Because he got released from the Raiders for threatening to take somebody's life. Guns was in the ball, all kind of stuff. See me here. My mom always said, you can take the brother out the street, but you can't take the streets out the brother. She said a little bit differently, but we got to keep it PG. So what are y'all thoughts, man? This is more Raider drama, man. What are y'all thoughts on this, man?
It's just ignorance, man. Like, it's just dumb. I seen somebody say, I think it was on my Facebook, that people dream of getting to this pinnacle, right? Like, we had those dreams as kids of reaching this pinnacle, and only that certain percent reach that dream. And for you to self-sabotage your dream is the worst. Like, a career-ending injury, can't be mad at that. Like, life happens, things happen. But when you self-sabotage, like Ruggs and Arnett and some others that have come before them, there's no real sympathy, because it's like you really took this, because I think Jay used this term last week. You really took this privilege for granted. And it's just another bad eye to the team. I mean, I don't think it's going to be as affecting as a John Gruden or Henry Ruggs situation, because Arnett ain't played in like 3 or 4 weeks, and he ain't been playing, and he was a backup anyway. But it just makes our 2020 draft class looks horrible. Our first 2 first-round picks from 2020 are currently free agents. Ruggs and Arnett, currently free agents.
Ben Bowden Jr. and then Tanner Muse. Oh my God.
Cut.
Oh my God. It's horrible. And I'm actually over the Raiders Weekly that we've been doing. And I was trying to explain it to reasons, because I was concerned about how I would come off, even though I put in on this for at least 15 plus years with this black and silver. But this is too much. And I'm out on the optimism on the Raiders this year. I can root for them, and I want to see us in the playoffs and have some success. But rooting for them and believing on what's going to happen, like, I'm a forward thinker, and I'm not going to treat them any other way. If this was another team, I would be going all in on them without any hesitation. So when I hold the Raiders to that standard, this is too much dysfunction. And it would be one thing if you had the second coming, if it was Tom Brady or if it was some superstar transcendent player. I think very highly of Carr, but I don't think he's transcendent enough to pull us out of this dysfunction and this mess. And it is embarrassing. And to be honest, I would prefer to not talk about him every week anymore because this is just, it's embarrassing. So.
Here's my thing, man. First and foremost, I don't think it's a Carr issue. I think it's
definitely not. Definitely
it's an organization issue. And I think, Carr's doing what he can. He's taking accountability. Even with the Henry Ruggs, he felt like he could have did more, even though at the end of the day, that wasn't his fault, and so at the end of the day, here's the thing. You got to hold yourself accountable. And a lot of times when you're doing something you love and you're there, right, it becomes a norm. And when it becomes a norm, sometimes you get comfortable. And when you get comfortable, you forget to do certain things that you once used to do, right? For example, let's say you're in a relationship. In the beginning of the relationship, you're working your butt off, you're making sure you're doing all these things to make sure your significant other is happy. And then after a while, years, months, whatever, you stop doing those things to hold yourself accountable. You start to get a little reckless. You start to get a little comfortable. And then you comes into some issues. A lot of these guys, in my opinion, I think they get so comfortable where they feel like they're untouchable, right? Man, I'm in the league. Ain't nobody going to touch me. But when they first get in there, they doing all the right things, saying, yes, sir, boom, 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 boom. But eventually, your real character is going to show. It's going to reveal itself eventually. That's just what is going to happen. You can't hide who you are for a long period of time. Eventually, your true self is going to come out. And I think a lot of these brothers, they be, hiding who they really are because they want to make money. They want to play in this league. But a lot of times, man, they doing a lot of reckless stuff. A lot of folks you just don't hear about. But I'm telling you, he ain't the only one in this league that probably be acting reckless. He just got caught. And I think a lot of times when these folks are in these positions, when you get comfortable, you start to really see who really real, you know what I mean? Who really is a good character guy. And they're not bad people. It's just who really like got their head on straight, who really not into that nonsense. And it's just one of those things, man. Just, when your upbringing get the best of you and it costs you an opportunity to play in the league. I mean, I don't know if he's going to get picked up. I don't know. Right now, it's probably going to be very, very slim to none because the way the NFL is, especially with the Henry Ruggs thing, and then the other with the comments of the Washington football team situation, it's a lot of drama.
He got caught in that zero. He got caught in that zero tolerance. So, but I have no sympathy for him because he's been a knucklehead. And really, what you're talking about was whatever habits he had to put him, was it Ohio State? I think he went to.
Yeah.
Like
yes,
whatever you did to put yourself in position to get drafted got lost along the way. And it goes back to your character and your upbringing, who raised you, and then turning into when you have success, when you get blessings, like, do you know how to handle them? And he obviously didn't have no skills to be able to handle the success that he got thrown his way. So it's crazy.
And Jay, to your point, the dysfunction is there. I look at more or less like it becomes more of an isolated dysfunction that becomes a team dysfunction. Because
that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, because it's like Gruden ain't really had nothing to do with the Raiders. He wasn't even a Raiders coach when he did this, right?
Yeah.
Ruggs, he wasn't, leaving a Raider event. He was just being dumb on a Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Arnett, he getting caught up in his feelings because last year he got caught up in his feelings. Remember he gave up the bomb against Miami and people was coming at him and he was going back at everybody. You know what I'm saying? So he's been on the verge of this mental breakdown anyway. And now he brought out you'd have thought the man was Call of Duty. He had every gun, every attachment. You're like, wow.
So you know what it is? When you drafting somebody, you can't overthink it, right? Again, I don't get into the X's and O's. I'm not a coach, but what I do know is when I'm in the draft and I'm interviewing dude, and if I can't feel your passion for the game, if you don't love it, if you're doing it for what the game can do for you, then that's where this goes sideways.
But what about the salesman, Jay? What about those dudes?
You're right, but you can feel it, bro. I don't know about you, but the reason I'm right about Kyrie, the reason I'm right about Aaron Rodgers with all this stuff is because I could look at them and I could look at their body language and you could feel it. There's an intrinsic value when somebody loves a game. I can feel how you talk about it, Reasons. I know you live and breathe it. I get it. And I'm sure when we get into hoops, you could feel it from me too. I ain't 40 years old out here talking sports every week because, you know, I'm just trying to get famous and get a check. It's because you love it, dog. And right. Damon Arnett is doing it for the check. It's that simple.
I'm not here to disagree with that at all. I'm just with you as far as, and as we move into this next topic, just it's so many people who fake that funk in that room.
They do.
Because it's so many draft busts, right? There's so many players. You be like, damn, he was supposed to be dope. And then when he get his chance,
you can't fake what time you show up to work, and you can't fake the off-season games, and you can't fake, you know, the spending habits. You can't fake all that stuff, bro. You can't.
But here's my thing, though, because I don't want to get too much into it, but we got to understand, you got these brothers coming out of situations where they're not accustomed to that stuff. I give you a prime example. Yeah. When I got my first financial aid check, I thought I hit the lottery. You know what I'm saying? I'm being 100. I have about $5,000 to me in my name that I could do whatever the hell I wanted to do.
At that age.
You know what I'm saying? At that age, 19, 20. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Ignorance.
It's ignorance. And so you got these dudes, you talking about millions of dollars. You know what I mean? And so it's a learning experience. Hopefully you learn from it. Hopefully you get better from it. But let's go into these Tennessee Titans.
Oh, my God. Talk about him. Hey, man, shout out to my man, Sean.
They went into Los Angeles, and everybody be talking about the Rams defense, even myself. And they showed who's the most dominant defense right now in the league, and one of them, because Arizona Cardinals is up there by far. They that team is legit. But to see how they manhandled an offensive-centric Los Angeles Rams team, they made Stafford look, I don't even know what to say. They just made him look average at best. He struggled. He threw picks. They couldn't move the ball. It was atrocious to see, man. But Tennessee was balling without Derrick Henry, and Tannehill did what he needed to do. And the defense, though, the defense was the reason why they won that game. How do y'all feel about Tennessee going into Los Angeles, putting a butt whooping on the LA Rams?
Let me first start out real quick and just say that I was wrong about Tennessee too. This one hurts because, like I said, I believe in accountability, and you're gonna hear about it when I'm right. And when I hit a dinger, like I just don't stop. But I was wrong about Tennessee because I thought their offensive feng shui, I thought all the defensive losses, the coach, all of that. I thought that they weren't going to be able to come back from that, but they are composed, and the Rams ain't what I thought that, or they ain't what everybody else thought that they were. And Matt Stafford, when the lights is on, we get to get a good, nice little sample size. And I want to say I'm surprised, but I'm more so, this is about the Rams dysfunction or not being who we thought they were than it was more so about the Titans coming out and showing resolve for real.
Rams is one of those teams where you're like, what? Like, you know, you manhandle the Bucks, and then the following week you get manhandled by the Cardinals, and then you do well, and then you run into another manhandling situation. So I'm gonna go the opposite way, Jay. I feel like this is more about the Titans than it is the Rams, because I myself counted the Titans out. Just because, you know, you lose Henry, it's like, what is left of that team? Yeah. And, you know, Tannehill didn't go out there and throw for 330 and 4 touchdowns or nothing, but he didn't lose the game. And that defense, who has suspect tendencies at times, has shown up in all 3 big games they need to show up for. Well, really 4 if you include the Colts. They showed up against the Bills. They showed up against the Chiefs. They showed up against the Colts. And now they showed up again against the Rams. And I guess the Tennessee defense needs more respect because that is the part of the ball where people were questioning. That was kind of my thing with the Cardinals, right? I know the offense can be good, but what about the other side? And if the other side is average to mediocre, then that offensive side don't mean nothing. And so that's what I'm looking at with the Titans. That defense is playing, and they're playing their tail off. And the Titans got to be respected. Titans got to be feared because Henry will be back.
Yeah, they're coaching. This is just a solid organization.
I never jumped off the bandwagon with the Titans. I even last week I said I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee go ahead and beat the Rams because they're playing good football right now. And a lot of times it's the teams that get to the playoffs, the teams that get to the Super Bowls are the teams that's playing hot at the right time, and the team that's the most healthiest too, as well. And what they're doing right now is they're dominating on a defensive end. And then, you don't know what you're going to get because, again, you gave up 20-some points against the Colts, and then you show up for a big game like this against the Rams and held them to 6 points? Or the last touchdown I don't even count, or whatever the case may be, because the game was already over. But you hold them to 6 points in 3 quarters or 4 quarters or whatever, and you just dominate. You dominate. And so I think they're going to be a good team. They're a team to be reckoned with in the AFC.
So quick question. When we revisit this in a month, is this going to be more about the Titans win or the Rams loss? Because what I'm hearing both of you say is that this is the Titans win when I'm sitting here talking about this is the Rams loss. I just don't
think it's Titans win for me because the Rams, look, they have this little spurt. Now, if they start losing after this, then you got a point. But I think whenever they get hit in the mouth, they respond and they go on a win streak. That's just how it's been. And I think they're going to wake up. They're going to get Von Miller back. They're going to get back. They're going to be better. And I think it's more of Tennessee. I think Tennessee is just a good, well-rounded football team that's finding their strides. And they still don't even use Julio. Julio got 400 yards. 400.
Hey, Jay, and to answer that, I feel like the Rams are playing comfortable football because when you look at the rest of the division, it's like, all right, can we catch the Cardinals, right? And if we don't catch the Cardinals, they don't really see Seattle or the 49ers jumping them. And then they're looking at the rest of the NFC like, as long as we can stay above water, we'll still be a playoff team. Yeah. So you feel me? So it's like in a month, to what Bake said, if they go on a losing streak, then I feel like your point is very justified. But if they stay above float
that's what I'm betting on, though, is that when a month from now, we're going to look back at it and we're going to have some more questions about the Rams. And it's one thing, and you see it both in basketball and football. When you are the hunter, it's easy. It's like, ooh, the Bucks, right? Let's go knock these off their block. But when you're the hunted and you're expected to win, it's a different level of consistency. And I'm not sure. Yeah, but at least they have the track record. Matt Stafford doesn't, and I'm questioning it. So
no, I hear you. I definitely hear you. Now let's move on to this next topic. Are the Browns better without Odell? I know they put up a great performance. They damn near put 40 points up without Odell playing. I don't know if that was a statement. It seemed like it was more of a statement game for my boy Baker. Like, oh yeah, you lead. It's all good. Let me show you what I can do to let people know it wasn't me. It almost like a statement because Baker's been struggling these past few weeks, and then he comes out and put up 40 points against a division rival. How y'all feel about that?
Go ahead.
It's hard for me to say that they're better without. I just feel like it was just never a good match. I don't think that, because I feel like the Browns just hope that Baker can come in. Odell can come in and he'll right the ship and he'll be that. But I think Baker plays better without the star power. He could just be a quarterback. You feel me? He can he's the leader. He's the face. And when you got Odell's the face. Odell's the leader, quote unquote. You feel me? And, the Browns' money is that run game. That's what the Browns' money is. And what's the name do this past weekend? He ran the rock. and he got loose because that's what Nick Chubb does. That's why their O-line is considered one of the best O-lines in the game. Their money is. And the thing is like, to me, it's like their offense is just different with Odell versus not. It's like without Odell, it's like we run centric, we run heavy, we're going to run this ball, we're going to play action, we're going to get you. With Odell, it's like we're going to kind of run, we're going to kind of pass. So I don't know if I want to blame Odell or blame the coach's own psychological warfare within himself into what's supposed to be best and what's not supposed to be best. Because again, Odell's one of the diva receivers that you got to feed and you got to look out. But Stefanski came from an offense where he had a Dalvin Cook, he had a Stephon Diggs, he had an Adam Thielen, and he had Kirk Cousins, and that Vikings offense was rolling. That's the main reason why he got the head coaching job as an OC for the Vikings. So I don't know if it's better without Odell. I just think Stefanski calls a different game, and it just looks better without Odell than he does with Odell.
Nah, so the short answer is no, they're not better without him. It's like a pitcher who has 5 knockdown pitches, the fastball, the slider, whatever. You can't tell me not having an extra quality pitch that's a changeup or whatever doesn't complement the repertoire. The problem is that it was leadership. It was the dude before John Dorsey or whatever, right? It was an ego thing. He pulled the trigger. He made some solid move with Kareem Hunt. But put it this way, if I'm living in Montana or Wyoming, I ain't spending 300 G's on a Bugatti that I can't drive out, 7 months out of the year. So when you sit there and you got these run dominant O-line, you got 2, beast of a running back, you got the quarterback who's best served by dinking and dunking and spreading it out and just, death by 1,000 cuts, then you don't go get the flashy superstar diva wideout. Like, you set yourself up for all that, dog. So there's no point in having an Odell if the plays, the scheme, and everything else ain't conducive to setting dude up for success. And to be honest, I credit Odell. I credit Odell for playing the role as long as he did. And he tried to play the soldier. It's like, look, man, if you guys ain't prepared, cut me, dog. Cut me, let me trade me, do something with me. He played the role. And at this point, I was like, he's probably, I suspect he's washed, but you can't like you're not even giving him a chance to prove that he's not.
Yeah, I would say, in my opinion, I think they both better without each other. It's one of those relationships that just doesn't work. All right, that's just what it is. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. They wasn't cool, but it's just not us. Yeah, it was a friendly departure or whatever. I know his dad took shots at Baker, saying he don't see Odell when he's open, and that's just a dad, fighting for his son. Let's go back to Pop Warner days where your dad want to see your son get involved and active. My thing is this: they didn't utilize Odell to his strengths, and when they did, it always felt forced. It never felt genuine. It always felt like he was forcing him the ball just so he can shut up. It was like he was treating Odell like a must player. And you know what that is? If you play Pop Warner, it's a guy that got to get a certain amount of snaps in order before you get in trouble by the league. And so they was treating Odell like a must play. This is a superstar player who had an amazing who transformed the wide receiver culture. Everybody knew him for that one-hand catch, right? When he was in New York. And he transcended the receiver core, and he kind of was the face for a minute. Odell was the guy. You know what I'm saying? And then he got hurt. And then from there, it's been up and down with injuries after injuries again. But I think this is a great departure for him. I want us to take him because we don't have Calvin Ridley, and we need us a number 1 receiver. And you know who would love that? Matt Ryan would love a number 1 receiver to have. And that will help us out because you see, we are playing 500 football. We didn't went into the Saints' house. Yeah, we marched into the Saints' crib and got us a beautiful dub. So I would love for Odell to come to Atlanta, come and rise up with us. Odell, we deal with all that. We want the prima donna, the superstardom, the whatever. I don't care. Just go out there and produce. So I think it was great. Straight for both.
Falcons is starting to make me look good again, man. Damn, I just mad it took so long.
Hey,
Had
man,
y'all as a good.
it
I
happened.
mean, had y'all as the second team in the NFC South. Look at y'all. Look at them Falcons, boy, coming around.
We
Look
right
at
there.
y'all.
We right there.
Dirty
Don't
Bird
buy
out
those
here.
guys. Don't count no
Listen,
chickens.
the
Don't take
Falcons
no
is in the
victory lap. Too
playoffs.
early.
Hey, Jay, the Falcons is in the playoffs. If the playoffs started today, you can't knock it. They are in.
Hey, man, we ain't talking about that right now. Don't be jinxing us. But anyway, let's move on to some card rolls because, in my opinion, I'm a Falcon fan, but I'm not an idiot. The Cardinals. I want to give Jay his flowers. He said the Cardinals was going to be a force to be reckoned with, and they are one of the most complete team. I feel like they should have beat Green Bay. That was a brain for by AJ Green and how they went down and how they got to that point. But they should have won that game. But the Cardinals, in my opinion, are a complete team. But the big question is this Shanahan's like? Is he's going to be put on the hot seat now? Because it's starting to look like it's falling apart. You know, he went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and from there, it's been. But here's my thing. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. I think it's a little bit of Shanahan, but I think it's a little bit of just circumstance. He's never had a complete, fully healthy team after the Super Bowl, in my opinion. It's been injuries after injuries with running backs, with quarterbacks, and then the defense, you know, you lose a lot of weapons on the defensive end last year, and then you lose your defensive coordinator. And so now you're dealing with more injuries. I don't even think they lost about 3 running backs again, and it's just more injuries on top of injuries. So is it really on Shanahan, or is it just circumstance? Like he's just been, you know, dealing with the injuries, and you got the injury bug. His team ain't been healthy to really get a full like sample size to see if it's really him or not. That's my opinion.
Go ahead,
I think, hey, you know, again, I think I said, was it last week, Jay, or the week before, where I said it's looking more and more like Jay was right. So I feel like I gave you flowers a few weeks ago, so I don't have to come deliver these flowers again. Okay. So I did. I could have sworn I could have gave you flowers a few weeks ago.
No, you did. Arizona. I know you did. Go ahead.
Thank you. So to me, it's more funny with Arizona winning with Colt McCoy and the rest of the things they had out there. They didn't have the number 1 quarterback, the number 1 receiver, the number 2 receiver, and then the starting running back got hurt too. And they still went out there and put a whole mud hole in the Niners. And again, the Cardinals defense is a revelation. I was expecting them to be a little better with J.J. Watt, but Isaiah Simmons is balling, Buda Baker is balling, the corners out there locking up. And you know your defense is rocking because the corners, when you watch defensive football, when the corners are playing with a certain swagger, like it's just a certain swagger when you're watching them. They just out there. I mean, when you lose Patrick Peterson, you like, how can they recover? But those guys have just picked it up. So shout out to the Cardinals and what they're doing. But the Niners. So I have that question bait for a Niner fan, and he hit me with the year they went to the Super Bowl, they had just as many, if not the same amount of injuries on their team that went to the Super Bowl. The only difference was Jimmy G was healthy that whole Super Bowl run. But in this sense, Jimmy G's only missed 1 game. So I wouldn't necessarily call it the injuries. Here's what I'm saying. Shanahan is a better OC than he is an HC. And that's what this is coming down to. Shanahan is one hell of a play caller. I feel like you give him that and you just tell him to do that, he's going to get you in the right position, i.e. Matt Ryan and the Falcons, and you saw what he did with them boys, he's going to set you up. But I don't think he has shown to be a great leader of men and a team wholeheartedly. That's what I'm getting at. He's not a great leader of men wholeheartedly as a head coach. He can lead one side of the ball, and he can do a lot of great stuff, but I don't think he's as good as a leader of men and a team.
Jesus, preach. Oh, my, Jesus. So when I drafted Trey Sermon in the 3rd round because of the run scheme associated with the Niners being first class and all this misdirection and exotic stuff that they had going on, I was like, dude, this is so funky fresh. I was like, oh, I need to buy some shares on this, right? So then what it did,
Niners running back.
yeah. And then as I'm trying to get our podcast game up, one of the people's templates that I was looking at, it keeps popping up, man. And he popping out these 5-minute videos on the 49ers and all this hate and slander been coming at Mike at Shanahan. So I'm like, yeah, it's a good point, man. Actually, so I'm sitting here pissed off about Trey Sermon, and I'm sitting here, and then I remember the Mac Jones stuff, and I'm like, and this is where, remember Josh McDaniels went on his own for a little bit, and he thinks he's smarter than everybody else in the room. The Tim Tebow in the first round and all this other stuff, right? And so with Mike Shanahan, I'm sitting here listening.
Kyle, man, you keep calling that man his daddy.
What's it? Kyle, yeah. He's talking down to the media. He's lying. He's giving them all this extra. He believes he's the system. This man. So this is when players go wrong with their egos, like Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving. I pound them. The coaches ain't exempt. And this dude, Kyle Shanahan, I'm watching him. He got an ego. He thinks his system's bigger than everything else. And then when you're lying to the media, when you're playing head games with your players, Brandon Ayuk and Trey Sermon, you create this atmosphere of like, it's just not good. And I don't think he's a good leader of men. And he should be put back in that box as an OC. And I'm sitting here like, I recall saying, when the Niners don't play and they don't win as many games as they should be, you guys, I said Trey Lance should be starting by about week 7, week 8, right? And then you're like, oh, you're factoring in they're going to bench Jimmy? Yeah, they're about to bench Jimmy. He's not it. He's a turnover machine. He's not built for the biggest moment, the highest leverage moment. And then when they started Justin Fields and they said, oh, -2 yards, and y'all want us to start Trey Lance? See, I told you. How they look now. They wasted 6 weeks not playing my man Trey, and they got nowhere to go. They stuck in mud, and they ain't getting in the playoffs. So Shanahan's about to be on the first thing smoking. Potentially.
John, let's go pull the trigger. You know, just off, man.
Potentially. I don't know if his future. I don't know if his
better biscuity.
Is his fate tied to Kyle Shanahan? Is what I don't know. So
I don't think he's gonna get rid of him. though. I think this season is probably an eye opener season to say, all right, you got one more year to figure it out. Yeah. And if you don't figure it out, then I gotta let you go.
I don't understand. Trey Lance got all the. I remember you said tangibilities.
Yeah.
I said,
no. Hey. Trey, he can play that thing. He can play. It's just my thing is,
Bacon Jake. Trey, honestly, I think will possibly be still starting if he didn't mess around and get hurt. So once he gets hurt and then Jimmy G comes off the injury, it's easier to say.
He was looking for a reason to go put
Jay,
him back.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you. I've been a firm person that has said there was no reason to draft Trey if you was going to keep Jimmy. You should have got rid of Jimmy and just went on this Trey hype train and just rolled with the punches. You put yourself in this whole quarterback controversy. Now you got to try to dig yourself out of it. And now y'all all looking dumb and foolish. And
there's got to be a curve associated with this. People are pounding Jordan Love right now too, and he looked bad. But Justin Fields looked just as bad week 1, his first start too. And it's like, that's not even fair. It's not even fair, dog.
It's not fair to Jordan Love at all.
It's not fair to Jordan Love. It's just, like, again, he's just the bearer of the bad news that spin all this whole nonsense because of the whole Aaron Rodgers want to trade him, want to get rid of him, and using Jordan Love as a future. And then he goes out there and have one of the most horrific games ever. It was just atrocious, or whatever the case may be. Then it makes people like, and you was going to trade Aaron Rodgers. If it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers, you wouldn't be 7-1, or whatever the case may be. And here's my thing with the Trey Lance. Again, drafting a quarterback that high, it makes you think that you're going to play him. But again, we didn't know if Justin was going to play until Dalton was just horrible. He was dog doo-doo. And so now, they brung in Trey Lance. He got hurt, and they brung back Jimmy G. I want to say the biggest thing with the offensive, with the 49ers is offensive line. They're not the same offensive line that they're accustomed to having. That's just what it is. You can see.
And they just lost a lineman too.
How do you offset that though? How do you offset a shady line?
I know you about to say athleticism, somebody who can
mobile quarterback, man, shake it up.
But see, here's my thing with mobile quarterbacks, and your boy Lamar, I love him, but he has his issue too, is that he doesn't let plays develop. When you're a mobile guy, the first sign of pressure, you're running. That's the bad part of being a mobile quarterback.
Out of that, and it takes time, and
it takes a super duper lot of time. But I'm just saying, in my opinion, they don't have an offensive line. That's why Jimmy G looks horrible. That Super Bowl contending, he was protected. They can run the football, and they was a dominant defense. That's why they went to the Super Bowl. Their defense is ferocious. They can't run the football.
It's been looking good in spurts. It's been looking good in spurts.
Their defense is dog doo-doo. Okay? Dog. It's dog doo-doo. They probably had a few good games.
It ain't good.
But it's not I'm saying this. It's not up to the caliber of what we saw the 49ers defense be.
But see, that defense that year that they went to the Super Bowl was like all-time great. And if you need a top 15 defense of all time to get a quarterback to the Super Bowl, then it wasn't the quarterback.
But it wasn't. They was able to dominate people on the ground.
They played complimentary football. They played great.
It was both
complimentary
football. Both sides of the football. They was dominant, and that's why that team was so good. At the end of the day, they're not that team right now. They're just not, and they lost their identity because their defense is not there. And they can't run the football no more. They haven't been running the football like the 49ers. And if you know Shanahan's offense, everything is predicated off the run. His play action is his strong suit. But if you can't run the football, your play action is dog doo-doo. And that's why Jimmy G's struggling. But we're going to see. I think he got one more year before they get rid of him. I'll be surprised if Lynch get rid of him.
Jimmy G. You talking about get rid of Shanahan?
No. Shanahan. Jimmy G may be out the door, ready to go. Yeah. But let's go into these power rankings before we get into the picks of the week. Who y'all top 5 now after this past week? Who y'all got?
But I got to make sure I got this right because I had something, but I had to make sure I got this right.
Let me go first then, because I know the Arizona Cardinals is the number 1 best team in the league right now. I'm just calling a spade. As of right now, the Tennessee Titans are my number 2. I love what they're doing. They're playing good football, and they're hitting on all cylinders. Tennessee is my number 2. Number 3 is this is tough because the Bucs just had a bye. Dallas just stunk up the place. How you let Denver come in there and dog you like that at your crib? So they lost some points. I still got the Packers at number 3 now. You know, I think they could be number 2, but I don't know how long Aaron Rodgers is going to be here. But I'm going with the Packers at the number 3 spot. The number 4, I'm going with the Bucs, and the number 5. I got to put the Ravens in there. They did win their last week, so I got the Ravens at the number 5 spot. Even though it wasn't pretty, they got the job done. So those are my top 5 right now at the moment.
I got 1 Cardinals, 2 the Titans, 3 the Ravens, 4 the Packers, 5 the Bucs. I can't, kill the Bucs having a bye. So
I'm still not buying the Titans. They didn't even make my top 5.
Oh, he is disrespectful.
My dog. No, you know what? Another word for disrespectful is forward thinking. And when we do these power rankings and when we do these power rankings in 3 weeks, they won't even be sniffing it. So I got Cards, Ravens, Bucks, Chargers, Bills. I don't even like the Chargers or the Bills.
We should do a Bills in the top 5.
Bills after just taking the L to the Jets.
I was contemplating the Chiefs, to be honest with you.
The Chiefs that barely beat Drake.
Man, that is the hot take of the hot take. You got the Bills right now. And shout out to my boy Mac Jones, a.k.a. I need a Mac Attack shirt. I need one. I need a Mac Attack shirt.
Oh, my God. And his 139 yards he threw for?
I don't care. The New England Patriots going to win that.
Shout out to Bill Belichick getting that defense right.
He's doing
that
what they
defense
need
is
to
starting
do.
to looking real Patriot-y.
Hey, like I said, they're going to the playoffs. and they're going to be the division winner. So when Mac Jones throw his 25 touchdowns.
They about to win the division now?
Yes, they win in division, man. The Buffalo Bills
put some push-ups on it. Push-ups on it.
They're gonna beat Buffalo. They're gonna beat Buffalo twice.
Put something on it.
Yeah.
Put something on it.
They're gonna do it.
Oh my God. Yeah, I need some of that if they're gonna win the division.
Yeah, we can put 50-50.
I got the Bills winning the division. So
I don't got the Bills winning the division. I got the New England Patriots winning the division.
All right. So listen, I want some push. I want some of that.
I'm gonna let you guys have that. one.
No.
Don't be dodging.
No, we already got it. We already got the smoke.
Yeah. I need that. I got that.
Yeah,
I got that, babe. Yeah,
we got 100 push-ups on New England. Let's get it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that thing going. And then we got the Rams and the Cardinals. Be ready for your 100 because the Rams gonna take that out on the Cardinals. I just want you to know. And I feel bad because I don't want to hear no stipulation if Tyler Murray don't play.
None. I don't play stipulations, dog. That's not the name of the game.
If they get dogged,
they go listen.
COVID, injury.
Yeah.
I don't play that game.
All right. I just wanted to double check.
We tried to play that game because I tried to put it out there before we got to new stipulations.
No. We said COVID was different. I said COVID was different.
COVID is not no different than nothing else.
All right, let's get to these picks because we all went 3-1 this week. So we're all in the same.
We played 5 games. How we go 3-1? We did 5 games.
We went 3-2 this week. So we're all tied, or it's the same. I'm down 2. And wait, I am down 2. I am down 2. Down 2.
I went 3-2.
Yeah, we all went 3-2. We got the Steeler game, who almost lost yesterday, by the way. And then we got
Colts.
I got the. Oh wait! I thought I won the Titans game. I mean the Colts game. No, that was last week. I'm tripping. All right, let's.
So hold up. Wait. Time out. Hold up. I don't think Jay went 3-2.
Yes, he did.
I think Jay went 2-3.
I got the Colts, the Chiefs, and the Steelers.
Yeah, the Colts, the Chiefs, and the Steelers. Yeah, he did.
Oh,
This was the Chiefs game. We lost the Chiefs game, but we won the first 2. And then we won.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I had the Dolphins under, and you had the Dolphins under.
Yeah. So, all right, let's get it. Who we got? You starting it off. We got the Ravens and the Dolphins, 49.
46.
46, my bad.
I hate these kind of games because I know who I'm picking, but this score gonna get interesting because the Ravens always tend to. I got the Ravens under.
I'm going Ravens over.
Under.
I'm going Ravens over. I can see it going under, but I think the Ravens gonna put up some points. But the only thing that scares me is that they're coming off a short week. But usually when you come off a short week, usually you don't play no kind of defense. That's just being honest with you. So I'm just being real. Like people that come off short weeks, body don't feel the same. They ain't rested, so they're giving up more.
Everybody out there on defense, like, go ahead and do what you do.
Go ahead.
How many points is it?
46.
46, champ.
46. Ravens over.
Okay.
Falcons, Cowboys. This is just bias. I don't give a damn if we lose or not. I'm going Falcons over all the way.
As you should. You should.
Damn right.
All right, look. Man, I want to pick the Falcons so bad. I want to pick the Falcons so bad right here.
Do it. Scary.
I want to pick the Falcons so bad. I'm gonna go Cowboys over though.
Cowboys
over.
Cowboys over.
Hey, but Beck, I do believe in the Falcons.
Oh, I'm not tripping. I don't know. I didn't give a damn what the spread is or who. When I see my boys on the line, I'm picking my boys all the time. I don't give a damn.
Hey,
I'm a real fan.
That's yeah.
We got Eagles Broncos. This was a tough one. This is a tough one right here. This is a 50-50 game for me. I don't know, to be honest with you.
I'm gonna go Broncos under. It's a 50-50. I feel like all our possibilities are on the table. It can go Broncos over.
Yeah.
All the possibilities are legitimately on the table. So I would just go with this is a gut pick. This is ain't no confidence behind it, ain't no conviction. This is I hope. You know how black people are. Yeah. I hope this works out.
I got Broncos under also.
Yeah, CJ, I feel like it's just one of them, like, because neither team can really score, but to me, it'd be just my luck. Both teams go for 40.
Yeah. The Broncos D looked serious last week. So
this is
But what's the name is out? The young stud.
Surtain?
Yes, sir. Knee injury.
Damn. This one is tough. Damn, bro. What's the spread again? 40?
45.
40, I think 46, bro.
45. I'm going
46.
Broncos.
Oh, 45, yeah.
I'm gonna go Broncos over, man. I'm going Broncos over.
You could legitimately be right.
I'm going Broncos over. I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles beat them, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be surprised, but I think there's going to be a high scoring game, in my opinion. I think they're going to go over 40 for sure. In my opinion, I think the Eagles do score points. They just can't close out games. That's always been the Eagles' issue. They can't close out games. And I'm going to just go with the Broncos just coming off a big win against the Cowboys. They're going to be playing at home. I think they're going to put up some points. They got Judy back. They're playing better. I'm going Broncos over.
I got the Raiders over. I'm not wasting no time. I don't have nothing to say. I'll be in Miami, hella intoxicated, watching this game at a bar. Let you know right now. With my jersey off.
Here you go, babe.
I ain't here to play these games.
I don't know, bro. The Chiefs don't score no damn points for me, man. They've been stinking up the place. Bro, this is a big game. Goddamn. I don't even know, to be honest. This was a tough one. I'm going. Okay. If I got the Chiefs making the playoffs, I got the Chiefs, because this is a make or break for them. If they lose this game, this can go either way. Going Chiefs over. I'm going.
I'm going Chiefs over also.
I'm being a lone wolf.
Rams, Niners.
This game right here is funny because this goes against everything Jay stands for. Because on one end, he wants the Rams to crumble, and then on the other end, he still want to be right about the Niners. So I'm going to be interested to see who would Jay in this situation, because this is one of the games where Jay can't win for losing in this one. Like, it really sucks for Jay in this situation. But I believe the Rams are a better team, and unproven otherwise, I'm going to go Niners under.
I was either Niners under or Rams over. I don't really try to give my train of thought on the game flow, but I figure the path to victory would be to start Trey Lance and then slow roll it. The game and manage the clock. So, but I'm gonna go Rams over.
Okay, I respect that.
I'm gonna go Rams over.
50
So,
points.
hey Jay, let me ask you this: could they do anything in this game to get you to say, okay, maybe they are not going to fall into this bad train of losing? Could the Rams impress you this week? Is there a certain way they win to impress you?
They can only impress me facing adversity against one of the top 5 teams, top 7 teams in the league. Like, get up against a Josh Allen, a Lamar, a Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers. Face some adversity.
Let me ask you this.
Yep.
Let me ask you this. So, because earlier you said the Rams it's easy when the Rams are the hunter.
Yeah,
Do you think that doesn't that play into that ideology against those teams being a hunter versus
they would
this
because
game
they're
at the
being
Niners?
hunted. Yeah, they're the hunted in this one.
You know,
but this is the 49ers dysfunction is what trumps the Rams. So to me, this is about the 49ers imploding. And so I'm just gonna give just gonna give the Rams a reprieve this week.
Coming off a butt whooping that they got, I think they're gonna come out slanging that thing. Pause. And I'm going Rams under though. I think it's gonna be a juggernaut game. I'm going Rams under. I think they're gonna be. I think it's gonna be a defensive game for them. I think because they're gonna get Von Miller. This is gonna be his debut with him and Dono on that line, and we already know the 49ers line is atrocious. They're going to struggle, and I think Stafford gets back on the winning ways, and they'll score points, and I think it go under because 49ers are going to struggle to get the additional points that they need to get the 50 to go over. So I'm going Rams under.
Yes, sir. I mean, I respect it. This is a good week. This is an interesting week for the pod.
Yeah.
With these game picks.
Yeah. There's a lot of how many
variants?
Huh?
I got some variants with both of you.
Variants?
Yeah.
Like I can make up ground basically.
Yeah. Can I?
We don't have no push this week, right? I don't think we have no pushes this week.
Can I?
Nope.
No pushes. I like no pushes.
Take my Falcons to under though. I want to go Falcons under.
Yeah, you can change that. That's it.
Yeah, I want to change that to Falcons under. I do want to change that to Falcons under. I think it's if we beat Dallas in Dallas, it's going to be sort of like how the Broncos beat them, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. This is a big game for us, though. It's going to be a huge game for us. I think this is going to be one of those games where we can get it. All right, we're looking at it. I'm liking it.
Hey, before we get up out of here, you see the sweat. I ain't had a chance to talk about my guys in a while. It's a COVID year. People was opting in, opting out. We didn't have no fans at the Cameron Crazies. This is Coach K's last run. You feel me? John Shire is going to step in and do his thing. But right now, shout out to the legend. You feel me? Coach K. Duke, we back on the stage tonight. You feel me? And this is that year for us. It's national championship or bust for Coach K. That's how I feel. So when we do our Talk That Talk podcast, bracketology, which I won last year. Shout out to me. You feel me? Duke could be in that thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, shout out to the Dogs. We got our first game tonight against Fresno Pacific, so it should be pretty cool, pretty dope.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, anything you want to say, Jay, before we get up out of here?
Nah, man, I'm good, man. I'm ready to get back to some hoop talk. You guys have been skating by with these.
I ain't been skipping. I've been waiting for some hoops. I've been waiting for some hoops because we got a lot to talk about. It's a lot of stuff going on.
Into my hoops.
And then especially with LeBron James possibly being out for 2 months, we got a lot to talk about.
2 months.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna definitely get into that.
His icy hot ain't working.
Anyway, y'all make sure y'all stay safe, stay blessed. And always remember to talk that talk. We see y'all later.